Hey guys, okay. I think I'm going to do another collective reading. I noticed that love readings have been coming out the last couple of days, which is fine, of course, but I did want to kind of talk about the past life thing because I just finished a reading and there was a lot of emphasis and emotion that seemed to be attached to past lives. And I don't know. I feel like I need to talk about that for a minute just because, I used to always take, I don't know, I used to always think, yeah, but this is my life today. This is where I need to focus, which is true, right? But for me personally, I can't really deny the impact that past lives have on me. And I don't know if it's a time that we're going into or what, but I'm starting to feel, especially in these relationships, maybe that's why, because it is about relationships. Maybe they're coming in so strongly, like the depth of emotion that is coming through is very strong. The depth of even attachment seems to be very, very strong. And so some people may not even, I guess I don't think about the fact that some people may not even consider past lives. I personally, I think maybe that's why I need to talk about it. I can't deny that because I've had so many experiences, which I've told you guys about, even with my gifts, that I've never read up on or practiced for or, tried to expand in any way, shape, or form. Just things that have come upon me. And for some reason, I just began doing them. And I told you guys a long time ago that I didn't have a spiritual book section or anything like that that I could actually look to. There was a few books in the stores at that time, and so I just kind of accepted them. They just felt kind of natural to me. I grew up in the Christian faith, of course, and I grew up Southern Baptist actually. But my mother, she let me kind of explore on my own, which was really wonderful. And so I was able to kind of just, I was obviously in Catholicism for a while, and I bounced around with a few different religions. But when I was about 30, I was actually in a salt tank. This was at my mentor's home. He had installed a salt tank. I'd only been in there once before, and I got in there and I started meditating, and then before you know it, I was gone. Right? I was like, I guess I was asleep or something, but I woke up and it's like I was out of my body, but I could see myself in this fervent prayer to Allah. Now, I just told you I grew up Southern Baptist. I've never studied the Muslim religion, never. I didn't know anything about Allah, but you would have thought I was a devotee in some way, right? I was completely, well, clearly, I was very knowledgeable about what I was doing. And here's the kicker: I wasn't talking like you hear me talk, but I knew what was being said. And so I'm saying this to you to say that I've had too many experiences to tell me in this life that we don't have some carryover from past lives or past life energies, past our essence in a past life, things that we've done. And so just be open minded, I would say, in terms of things like that, because I do feel like they're there for a reason. I do think that they're, and I don't know what the reason is. I would assume my gifts are there for a reason, just to, because they've helped me a lot throughout life. They've allowed me to help, other people as well. I was never, because I grew up in a household as well that wasn't like, my mother was not rigid. She didn't put fear in me, anything like that. She really did let me kind of explore and set out to do, discover things on my own. And so I didn't have that rigidity around me. So I was always very open to whatever was happening. And it's taken me to some really wild, I think, and beautiful places in my life. And it's also allowed me to open up in some beautiful ways. So I just want you to kind of think about that, because I know there's a lot of information out there and everybody's always going to have their little pull on information. Just try to be true to you and what feels right to you, because if it didn't feel right, I would have never went into it anyway. It's just something that I was like, well, I don't know what this is, but seems pretty natural. So I'm gonna keep channeling, or I'm gonna keep toning, or I'm gonna keep, all of these things that I didn't even know what I was doing for a long time. So just be aware of that. And always make sure that you're wrapping yourself, of course, in white light and doing your spiritual cleansing and things like that, and allowing your heart, because as you begin to open up more, you're going to notice that you become more inspired and more drawn, okay, to things that might seem a bit out of the norm to other people and may challenge other people, but you really do owe it to yourself to really kind of follow your path in this life. And I don't think these things come up by, well, I know they don't. They don't come up by coincidence. They come up for a reason, okay? And a lot of it is simply remembering, all right? Okay, all right, so let's get started on the reading. I did not mean to go into all that, but maybe I needed to share that with someone. All right, let's see. Look at that. Transmute is the first card coming out. Sacred sexuality. The ancestors, okay. Wow, look at this. Ascension. I definitely feel like someone is in a state of almost being celibate right now. This is a person who you could be transmuting a lot of energy. I feel like there's a transformation going on within you as well. Your third eye is also opening up. You might feel more connected at this particular time. I definitely feel like you're being pushed out. I don't know why I'm getting this very strong. I feel like I got this in somebody's reading a couple days ago. Yeah, maybe that's why I started. Okay, maybe this is why I started off with the story that I just went into. Somebody could feel confused about what's happening here, or maybe a little afraid to step into something, or not really understanding, especially if your third eye is trying to open here. Spirit is helping you to transmute a lot of darker energies, a lot of darker patterns that it could have been in your life here. One of them could have been in terms of your sexual nature, okay? Maybe you formulated a lot of karmic bonds in your life based on that you've had to transmute as well, or that you've had to kind of grow through. That was also based on energy, I feel like, from the past, way back in the past as well. I could go as far as childhood on this one, is what I'm getting. That's not going to be for everybody, but I'm definitely getting that. Yeah, and it's just something that continued on, but unfortunately, I feel like you were like stacking something like into a bit of a mountain here, and that was the trauma. That was the trauma, because you kept building on it. So because of that trauma, I'm pulling in another bad relationship, and another relationship that maybe is not so good. It really challenged you. There was not healthy sexuality here. I feel that. You're honoring that today, which is really beautiful. And I think this is coming due to a lot of the changes you've been going through. You're getting a lot of help here as well from your ancestors, okay, that have been helping you to ascend in some way and transmute these past patterns here that have kept you in a state of stagnancy, is what I feel, a lack of growth in some sense. Share wisdom. So the universe is all over this, okay? It's interesting how we really do think that we walk this life alone, and like we don't come in and have a spirit team and, a higher soul that is always guiding the way and calling us back. And here you kind of see it. You notice this is the world here, and you see there's a hand here and there's a bunch of strings, right? The universe here guiding everything, okay? Coordinating everything, orchestrating everything here. This is a building block for you because you will be sharing this to help others in some way. Maybe you're being implored as well to share your wisdom. You could be dealing with things like childhood trauma, especially sexual trauma is what I'm feeling. Also, how bad relationships are formed. Also about how we continue to attract those relationships. It becomes kind of a downward spiral, and this is what I'm feeling with whoever I'm talking to here. But not anymore. This is something that obviously you're able to transmute, to put in the past, to grow from, to ascend from, and to share this wisdom with others. Wow. Yeah, this is due to your own soul work. This is a person that's had to learn to love themselves. This is definitely someone who's had to learn, or who is in the process of learning to really trust themselves, and also to trust all of these new experiences that I feel like are coming into play here. This has a lot to do with your soul work. Yeah, this has a lot to do with your soul work and becoming imbalanced. But for some of you, I feel like your third eye is busting wide open. That's what I get. You're really getting balanced in your third eye. You could be getting a lot of visions, a lot of downloads at this time. You're getting a much healthier, I feel like there's a healthier understanding here of who you are and why your life matters, why you even needed to go through some of these things. That's powerful. Okay, let's keep going. Yeah, it's about your life mission. So we have the 10th house here. Your life is changing is what I feel. And it's changing to put you on some kind of mission that I feel like you were always meant for. Okay, this is definitely why I had to tell you what I told you before. Things will be coming into your life. You could very well be feeling some kind of pull, okay, that maybe you don't understand fully. Why am I doing all this? I do think whoever I'm talking to is wise enough to understand it, but to fully grasp why, I don't know, something about why you're doing something, or why you are the one to share something, share this wisdom. Why you? That's what I get. This is going to take so much work. It's going to take a rawness, okay, from myself that maybe I'm not accustomed to, that maybe people aren't ready for, but they are ready for it, or you wouldn't be lined up like this. The thing is, who knows? We could be preparing for these things our whole life. I'm serious, okay? I always say when we are ready, the teacher appears. You don't know how that's going to be. Your teacher could very well be your ancestor pushing you in front of something, okay? Pushing you in front of a book, or leading you to a meditation class so you can get quiet enough within yourself to really kind of absorb, a different kind of energy, to stop for a moment to listen to what's being given to you so that you can move on it. When we get to that stillness, we can really sense our higher soul as well. So the energy that's coming through, the information is so much clearer for us. That's when we start to have those aha moments, right? Something is getting you prepared for some kind of life mission is what I see here. Yep. You could be getting a lot within your dream state as well. Okay, we talked about that in terms of the third eye. Okay, transmuting old energy, that sort of thing. A lot of the stuff that you're getting within your dream state could be helping you to release but also giving you the information that you need to move forward, okay? It could be actually providing you with insights during your dream state, because some kind of radical change is happening in your life. This could actually require some kind of physical movement for you. This could also be talking about within you, which I already see, but I feel like this is going to push you into some kind of physical movement, some kind of physical change as well. Wow, yes, into your North Node. Didn't we just see this somewhere? I don't know if it was in Sagittarius reading or if it was in one of your readings last night. This is pushing you towards your North Node. That's what I said. All of this had to happen. You may have questioned that before. You may have asked those questions. Why me? Why are these things happening? Why do I have to carry around this pain? Why do I have to experience all this over and over? All right, to push you to this point. All right, this point of awakening. Because you were asking those questions, now you are getting those answers, okay? When you are ready, the teacher will appear. And so now comes the call. The call for you to move forward out of the South Node, right? Move forward out of all of this into where you're supposed to be going. What can I do with all of this information? What can I do with all of this wisdom and this knowledge that has been obtained, okay? I can use this to help other people that have been through the same thing, that are going through the same thing, that think that their life is just always going to be stagnant, to help them move above it. And that's exactly what's happening. This is about growing and expanding. Showing people that there is a better way, that the only stagnancy is if they choose to stay in stagnancy, okay? That they can choose at any time to change their life. You've become very accountable, I feel like, for your own life. And I think that you're finding out what a powerful creator that you are. And you're using that to influence other people and to teach them the same. Once we know that, there's no going back. We become accountable for every single thing, good and bad, in our life, okay? Because we know that we are the one that is legit orchestrating our life. We're creating our life in a sense. I feel like you're going to find yourself very soon either on some kind of humanitarian effort here or taking on different beliefs here and surrounding yourself with some kind of like-minded people, maybe friends, groups, okay? People that you're helping, people that you feel like are adding to your life in some way. And by the way, this is not some self-help group, okay? I mean, those are helpful, I'm sure. I've never been a part of one, but I'm sure that they are. This is about empowering. This is about teaching people how to get through these things, how to take control of their life, and how to move forward in life in a much more empowered state. You already know that it's in you, because even as I'm saying this, I'm getting geared up here, and I don't know why it is shooting up through my solar plexus straight to my throat chakra, which tells me that you're feeling this. You're feeling that this is right for you. And the thing is, not only do you have the experience, I feel like, to do this, and I'm talking about through your own experience, I feel like you have this powerful essence about you to be able to deliver whatever this message is, or to be able to touch people, even with your energy. So these downloads that you're getting are very powerful, okay? Do things also, because I feel like there is a discipline that is needed. So maybe a lot of this is still kind of being cultivated within you. Make sure that you're writing a lot of things down, documenting it, and also maybe having some kind of plan, because I feel like this, your downloads are going to come very quickly. If you can't write it down, get a handheld recorder. That's what I used to do. And just start putting it all on that recorder so that you'll remember. What else, Spirit? Yeah, you're getting ready to leave a lifestyle behind. Look at this. Wow. Wow. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. You are definitely, you're leaving a lifestyle behind. Things that no longer serve you, a way of life, okay? You have effectively, I felt like, left, okay, out of something that you had been, and now you're stepping into something that you are actually becoming, okay? This is the new you, this is the new way for you. This is following your own passion, okay? But in a much more empowered state, I feel like, than you were in before. Wow, new zest for life. I feel like there's so much self-love here. It's like I'm starting again too in this energy. Okay, Page of Cups energy. I'm beginning again. Okay, I'm excited to get out there. I'm excited this person's trying to catch a fish. Okay, I have all these new emotions. I'm just excited to get out there and kind of share that. I'm feeling good about myself. There could have been a lack of self-love, honestly, for a long time. I don't know why I'm getting that. There could have definitely been that, but that's because you didn't know yourself. It's because you were carrying around, I feel like, all of this trauma, okay, that just kept on kind of repeating itself through relationships. That's what I'm getting here. All right. Now that you have kind of gotten that worked out, I feel like you're stepping out in this new energy, and it's a very empowered state and a lot of self-love. Look at that. Wow. A lot of self-love. See, now I feel like you can actually look back as this is somebody that's done a lot of healing, okay? Because there's such a sweetness here. I feel like you can look back now and know the memory is there without the trigger because you've dealt with that. Okay, you can actually live the sweetness. Okay, you can think about things that actually you were fond of or good times that was in your past or in your childhood without thinking about all the bad things. Okay, or reliving the bad things. Yeah. You are definitely a person. I don't think you're trying to be in a relationship. I'm not getting that at all. This is not about a relationship. In fact, I see you have spent a lot of time unwilling to really kind of look into that because you've been working so hard on yourself. All right. This is definitely a person that has been working very diligently on growing spiritually, learning as much as they can, dealing, okay, with things that may have stifled your progress in the past, getting to know who you are, what you're really capable of, what your life could really be like. Yeah. And now I feel like you're making a decision on this, okay? I love this because I feel like, look at this, the star, the sun, my goodness. Look. You are very protective, I think, of where you have come to. That's what I get. You have so much good energy around you. You obviously have ancestors that are very protective of you, that are guiding you here. You have source with you here. That's very clear to me. With your third eye opening and the downloads that you're getting here, you are very guided, I feel like, and very protected here. All right. That, I'm looking at this Two of Pentacles, but anytime I look at this person is obviously juggling, but look at that around them. That reminds me of like a little mini magician, okay? You're definitely learning that you have control of your life, okay? Maybe you're about to have a lot of things around you as well that excite you, okay? That you feel, because you feel like you are primed to move forward fast with gusto. Look at that, okay? Riding into the future here, feeling good, I feel like, about yourself. Feeling like you have freed yourself from something. That is what I'm getting. You feel like you freed yourself from something here. And I think you waited a long time. You've been very patient and diligent in your work. You fought a lot of dragons in the midst to get to this place. But now you can finally see. You can see what it was all about. Okay, I think that you are full of hope and optimism about what you've been through and where you're going here. Look at that, which is pure success. All right, happiness, joy, riding into the sunset. All right, there is such freedom, I feel like, that is already around you and in your energy. Whatever you're taking on here is going to be a beautiful experience for you. And what I really love about this reading thus far, well, first of all, I love that you took this on. I love that you decided to be accountable. I love that you understood that the past doesn't get to dictate where you're going, period. And you took control over that, okay? That's beautiful within itself. But what I really love is seeing what your reward is going to be here. There's so much happiness in this ending. You can even look right here on these cards and how beautiful and lit up they begin to get here. I don't think you're looking back at the past anymore as some kind of Achilles heel whatsoever. You're empowered by it, okay? And you're going to help. I also feel like a lot of people with whatever it is that you're doing here, maybe it's a book, I don't know. Maybe you're having, live sessions where you're actually talking, public speaking, something like that. Maybe it's just one-on-one. I don't know how you're doing it here, but I feel like it's being done. And this is very empowering. Not only to you, but I feel like to other people along the way. But let me say this to you too. Even if you didn't do any of that, even if you didn't feel like you had to go out, talk to people, write a book, do anything, I think it's going to be difficult for you not to. But even if you didn't, I often talk about how one light, right? Lighting one candle in a dark room creates so much light in that room. Think about it. Okay? Just one person coming alive, one person understanding their power, right? One person overcoming these obstacles and really stepping into their power. I mean, it just lights up a whole room. One ignites, one candle ignites so many others, right? I really feel like the angels are rejoicing about this. This seems to be a very big win because this is somebody who's been through a lot in their life, a lot. Where do I want to go with this? Yeah, let's pull these. All right, Spirit, what else for the collective here? Flower Child, this is about momentum and action. See, action is coming. Action is speeding up here. We already see that you're leaving. You're either leaving a place, you're leaving a way of life, maybe a way of thinking in some way. Okay, we saw a big, passionate, creative new start, and we see it again here. It says, I hope, let's see. I hope that over everyone else, you learn to make yourself proud. Wow. I hope that over everyone else, you learn to make yourself proud. That is beautiful. So putting yourself first, okay, learning to love yourself, learning to be proud of yourself and who you are, okay, and how magnificent you are, okay, what a magnificent creation you are, how you've been able to weather so many obstacles in your life, and you're using them to create something really beautiful for yourself and potentially for others here as well. You could be also stepping into a lot of creativity. Again, inspiration in spirit. I just talked about that in the last reading. Okay, you might start to feel very creative. A lot of that could have been blocked before. You might find yourself really diving into a lot of creative projects or feeling very inspired to do things that maybe you've never done or that you haven't done in a long time. Look at this. Trust in the places you feel guided towards. We already see you leaving something. This is about, this is about moving towards different things, being guided, listening to your intuition, following that pull of your higher soul, right? That could be walking into a restaurant at the right time or, and meeting, a person that touches your life in some way, okay? Or going for a trip at the last minute and meeting someone that becomes very important, or seeing something that really touches your soul in a way. Wow, you are worthy of beautiful things. The Servant Queen. This is about being divine, honoring, okay, how divine you are. Also about honoring or understanding how valuable you are, okay? I feel like your energy is going to be very magnetic to other people. You may start to notice, and you may already be noticing from these changes and just lifting that energy up the way that you have, that so many people are pulled to you, Okay, magnetized towards you in a sense, or in a sense, wanting to be around you, eager to hear what you have to say, coming to you for bits of wisdom. Yeah, because they feel it. Okay, a lot of people, you definitely went through a dark night of the soul for sure, but you were able to weather that tower. Okay, and it created such a big transformation in you, such a big awakening in you. And I'm telling you, people are noticing it. So I think that you're going to find people that are automatically drawn to you, drawn into your energy. They could be seeking you out as well for your knowledge, right? For your wisdom in some way, for your help in some way. Because once people know that someone has the secret, because they think it's a secret because they haven't learned to go within yet. Once they know that somebody has that, of course, they want that too, because we're all trying to get free, right? We know because it doesn't feel right, okay? All of this restriction, holding on to all of this stress, we know that that's not normal. We're born, we come into here with a really beautiful, intelligent, emotional guidance system within us, right? So when things feel really off, it's because they are off, okay? They're not agreeing with our spirit and what we know to be right for us. People are seeing that with you. You have found a different way. You have weathered these obstacles, okay? You found a way to heal yourself as well. Take on a new energy to become the creator of your life, and people are seeing that, okay? And so they're going to want to know how you're doing what you're doing. Teach me. That's what I feel. Teach me. Share your wisdom. Okay. Well, somebody is definitely on a divine mission or getting prepared for that for sure. This feels very momentous to me too. I feel like this is a really big deal in someone's life. Some people may feel a bit shocked by what you're doing here, whatever this is, or maybe just by the changes here. You don't have to go anywhere. You could just be leaving a lifestyle or a way of thinking or a lot of problems behind, definitely. It looks like that you've already dealt with, though. Okay, so whatever it is, I feel like it may come across as a bit shocking to some people who really know you or thought that they have known you. Here, they may also be shocked to know, especially if you're sharing this with others, to know that these things happened with you, because I feel like I'm dealing with a very strong, again, resilient individual that maybe doesn't even put all of their stuff out there. So a lot of people never even know this about you. There's a real beauty, I feel like, in your vulnerability here, in your it's almost like your awareness, but your willingness, I feel like, to even share that with other people. I do like that there is a sense. I talked about you fighting dragons as well as along the way. I can see that you're still pretty protective as well over yourself. I think that's good, because we do always have to make sure that we're protecting our energy and obviously being aware of our others that are around us as well. Sometimes when we change our energy, oh my God, people come out of the woodworks. Yeah, because you're a unicorn. That's why, okay? You're a unicorn. All right. This says success, hope, freedom, healing, and magic are all available to you if you just believe. All right. You're a unicorn. You know, you've allowed yourself, I feel like, to be guided back here by your higher soul. Okay. It's brought you back, I feel like, to who you are. You're really stepping in this energy. You're understanding how beautiful you are, how much magic you have, okay, how unique you are, and how you stand out. Even if you're not trying to stand out, because that's not everybody's thing, you stand out. You're rare, okay? Yeah, know that you are protected as you have faced these challenges. Always remain cautious. We just talked about that, but remain cautious, right? Your energy has changed quite a bit, okay? And so you will still have the normal things that try to come to you, but you've learned so much now. You've gained so much wisdom. I don't think you will succumb to those. The thing about things happening to us when we're young is that they begin to condition us very young, okay? And then they begin to stack up on each other, right? And then we start to think less of ourselves. And then we start to formulate relationships based on feeling less of ourselves, okay? And then it just becomes a vicious cycle that can clearly get out of control until we figure it out and begin to heal those wounds at the base. That's what this person has done. All right? Know that you're protected. It doesn't mean we don't still have challenges, but you're not going to meet those challenges in the same way, because now you're meeting them from the healed you. Yeah, goals. Some kind of progress is coming for you. It says progress is positive and personal goals will be achieved here. Whatever you're setting out to do, whatever you're being pulled to do or pushed to do in this situation, okay, whatever wisdom you're sharing, you know, I think there's going to be a reason to celebrate here, because your goals are going to be achieved, okay? It says you're ready to bring new and exciting things into your life, and I really do believe that that's what's happening. Guess what also comes? A beautiful love that surrounds you, okay, in all of your connections. Not only will you feel it finally, okay, in the right form, I feel like in your romantic life, but also in the connections that are around you, okay? What a gorgeous reading for somebody. You guys will definitely have to let me know if this resonates with you. Wishing you all the best and so much love. I will see you guys soon. Bye.